Hey guys, today we've got an unboxing of a Concept knife that I've kind of been wanting to review for a while. So we're just going to kind of jump into it. This is just the unboxing, so I'll just kind of go through it. We'll look at it, we'll talk about it. We'll see how it feels. Initially, I'll give you my first initial impressions, and we'll go from there. I will do a long-term review on this knife after I've carried it for a while. It is the Concept Loki. It looks like it's a 2.99 inch blade. Looks like the designer is Steven Dunruck. And this one happens to be Damascus, bronzed anodized titanium with the Frag pattern. So let's see what it is. And here you've got your warranty stuff and whatnot. And then Concept, instead of giving you a pouch, gives you this little troll candy. I always take that out. This little kind of bag. So it's smaller than I thought it would be, just looking at it. Put this up, because we do not need that anymore. I appreciate Concept for being such a good partner of the channel. They let me check out a lot of knives that gives me content to share with you guys. I'm 100% non-biased in my reviews and what I think about knives. Most of the ones they've sent me have been great. I had a couple that were all nice knives, but they just weren't my jam, and I'll always shoot straight with you guys. So it's perfectly centered. It's got a kind of a diagonal frag and then a smooth bolster, which looks interesting. It does not look like it has a flipper tab or a front flipper. Maybe this is a front flipper. Let's see. Nope. Middle finger flicker. Very well tuned middle finger flicker. So it's got, as you can tell, kind of a nice oval opening hole. Anywhere I get my finger in that opening hole, even the smallest little flick, whether it's at one end or the other or dead center, it opens very well. The lockup on it seems very good. You've got nice geometry between the tang and the lock bar. You do have a steel lock bar insert. You also have your relief cut on the inside, and you have some weight relief on these scales. You've got nearly a half backspacer. Looks like you got a couple of stop pins there. Yeah, you got one stop pin that hits on the choil when it's closed to keep it from hitting any lower. And then you've got the stop pin that keeps it from opening. It's got a really interesting, comfortable grip. I feel the clip was not a big deal. You do not have jimping on the spine. It's got a very smooth spine with a couple of humps, kind of like a double harpoon here, which is just a nice thumb rest. But you've got this integrated finger choil, which is just part of the grip that puts you right up against that blade. The Damascus is beautiful. Concept does Damascus probably as well as any importing company. I think they use 9CR and another stainless steel to not only get true patterns, but to get stainless and some good edge retention. I've got a Fenrir in Damascus that I have cut with a lot, and I haven't even sharpened it yet, but I do plan on sharpening it because I want to see how that Damascus feels. I've never sharpened Damascus. So, lock bar access. Very, very well done. You've got a nice lock bar here. It is right side carry only. You don't have a reversible clip. But if you notice, the show side scale is going to be cut down, so you've got about a 1/16 of an inch where your finger just literally slides right across the top of that. You can go straight at it like I'm kind of conditioned to do, or you can give it just a really nice, put your finger right across the opening. Very, very impressive there. Let's cut some paper with it, cut some cardboard. Again, this is just an unboxing. This is not the review. Does feel therapeutically slicey. It's a flat grind. I have not looked at the edge under a scope to see how well it's done. I'm sure it's done with the machine, but it is done very well. Very slicey, very pokey. Splinter digger if you need it to be. It does have that acute point, and I guess a good description would be a reverse Tonto, even though that's kind of a name people don't love. Cut a piece of cardboard, and then we'll speed through this. Makes easy work of thinner or thicker stock too. I usually enjoy cutting thicker stock than I do paper. But yeah, the blade geometry on it seems very nice. I think it's a good design. I'm sure it comes from one of his custom designs. I'm always impressed that Concept works with the specific designers they did. When I first found the Edgy Blade Works tipper on their site, I was very excited. I really wanted to review that knife because I'm a huge fan of their knives, and they're almost unobtainable. And Concept does things to bring these knives out and make them affordable. Make them more affordable than a lot of other knives, usually under a couple of $100. And the way they do that is material-wise on the blade steel. If it's not Damascus, it's probably going to be S35VN or 20CV, depending on the design. They want to keep costs down there. They don't cut any costs on the titanium. And you can get bougie models. I think they're killing it right now. I've been very impressed with the models that I've checked out. Some were more my jam than others, but that doesn't make the ones that even weren't my specific jam not really well done knives. So pocket clip goes in and out of pocket really well. If I can manipulate it with one hand in this pocket, I'll try it in my regular pocket, but you can tell it's not full deep carry. You do have a little bit of the knife that sticks out there. Yeah, the clip does very well, feels good in the pocket. I like the Frag. There's no contouring, but you do have a little bit of chamfering around the edges of the scales, but they don't feel sharp. The grip feels solid, and it's a smaller knife, so I think it'll be a very handy EDC knife. Do a couple of quick size comparisons, then we'll weigh it and get out of here. Benchmade bug out. Put some new scales on this yesterday that a guy from Etsy that makes scales sent to me. Lex Customs, very nice scales. I did the mini Adamas today. That video will come out tomorrow. And if you want to watch me struggle for 46 minutes, watch that. If you don't want to watch it, I don't blame you. It was a pain. I didn't get my pivot out right, and I had to take the knife all the way down where I usually use a pivot tool. But it's a little bit shorter than the bug out, so we know it's going to be shorter than the PM2. I'll put a Sharpie up there if you guys don't have one of these two knives to compare it to. So it comes in kind of a little guy, a tall blade, but a smaller knife. Let's see how small it is. So overall, it's going to come in right under 7 inches, right over 6 3/4, between 6 3/4 and 7 inches. The blade, as the spec says, right under 3 inches, 2.99. We'll call it that. That's what the spec called it. Cutting edge is 2 3/4. You got this nice choil. So first I'm going to measure just the handle. Comes in at 3 3/4. Now I'm going to measure from here to the choil, and that comes in right between 3.5 inches and 3 3/4. So comfortably you can call that 3.5. There is no lanyard hole here, which doesn't bother me. Absolutely no blade play. Very smooth operation. It is on ceramic bearings. Let me weigh it. Only 3.4 ounces. I was expecting it to be a little heavier. So you've got right under a 3-inch blade, under 3.5 inch or under a 3.5 ounce knife. Not bad at all for a titanium knife. I think it is entertaining. It thumb flicks good. When I say entertaining, I mean fidgety. I failed that. I hit my finger. I'm usually not good at thumb flicking, so I'm assuming this lock bar is very forgiving. I don't know if you can tell, but this double harpoon is also really cool. You've got a little harpoon here, and then you've got the harpoon up here. And this Damascus, I know it's just Damascus, but it looks like Damasteel to me. It looks really legit. But guys, this is the Concept Loki, L-O-K-I. These are available now. I'll leave a link in the description. I will carry this knife, kind of cut with it, do stuff with it like I do, which is not hard use stuff, but it's just using it like a city guy uses a knife every day, and let you know what I think about it. So far, so good. First impressions are positive. I want to thank Concept for sending it out. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank the channel members for supporting the channel. You guys mean the world to me. And every one of you that takes the time to come in and watch my knife and EDC content, thank you so much. If you're so inclined, if you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon, it would really help me out. If you hit the like button, that'd be awesome. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please keep an eye out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.